The Sun is at the center of our solar system, and its diameter is about 109 times Earth's. About 72% of the Sun is made up of hydrogen, 26% of helium, and small amounts of oxygen, carbon, neon, nitrogen, magnesium, iron, and silicon. The temperature of the Sun at its core is about 15 million degrees Celsius, and it is about 4.57 billion years old. Other than Pluto, Mercury is the smallest planet in the solar system, and the closest to the Sun. Mercury's surface has a lot of temperature variation. At night it is about negative 173 degrees Celsius, and during the day it is about 427 degrees Celsius. It also has an orbital period of about 88 days. Mercury is named after the Roman god of commerce, travel, and thievery, and it has only been visited by spacecrafts twice. Venus is the second planet from the Sun and is closest to the Earth, both in distance and in size. It is also the second brightest object in the night sky and is the hottest planet in the solar system. It was first recorded by Babylonian astronomers in the 17th century BC. The Earth is the third planet from the Sun and the most dense of all the planets. Earth was formed about 4.5 billion years ago and is the only celestial body known to have life. Its surface temperature ranges from negative 88 degrees Celsius to 58 degrees Celsius. Also, it only has one known moon, the Moon. 71% of the Earth is water and the rest is land. An interesting fact is that slowly, the rotation of the Earth is slowing, and subsequently, our days are becoming longer, though it is almost impossible to notice considering how slowly it is happening. Mars was first recorded in the 2nd millennium BC by Egyptian astronomers. Some interesting facts about Mars are that out of 40 missions to visit it, only 18 have been successful. It is home to the tallest mountain in the solar system, and bits of Mars have fallen on Earth after orbiting for millions of years. Additionally, it has huge dust storms that can last for months. Mars is expected to have had life on it once, and was named after the Roman god of war, whose Greek equivalent is Ares. The Sun appears half the size on Mars as it does from Earth, and Mars is often referred to as the red planet due to the iron oxide on its surface, which makes it seem red. Now we're going to speed it up a bit, because as you can see, the walk from Mars to Jupiter is quite long. Jupiter has 67 known moons, some being Ganymede, Callisto, and Io, and has 4 rings. Its surface temperature is negative 108 degrees Celsius, and it was first recorded by Babylonian astronomers in the 7th or 8th century BC. Jupiter also has a ring system that was discovered in 1979 by the Voyager 1 mission, and was named after a Roman god with the Greek equivalent of Zeus. Jupiter is so big that it could hold 1,300 Earths. It was first visited in 1973, and our next visit to it will be in 2016. Jupiter is about 90% hydrogen and 10% helium. Now we are going to Saturn.
Saturn is the sixth planet from the Sun and the second largest. It was named after the god of agriculture in Roman mythology. Saturn is the least dense of the planets. Its specific gravity is less than that of water. Saturn is about 75% hydrogen and 25% helium, with traces of water, methane, ammonia, and rock. Saturn's rings are extraordinarily thin. Though they are 250,000 kilometers or more in diameter, they're less than 1 kilometer thick. They are not solid, but rather are made up of particles of ice, dust, and rocks. Saturn has 53 official moons and 9 unofficial moons. The most known of these moons is Titan, which is larger than the planet Mercury.
Now we're going to walk to Uranus.
In mythology, Uranus was the lord of the skies. It is the seventh planet from the Sun. Uranus is tipped over on its side with an axial tilt of 98 degrees. It is often described as rolling around the Sun on its side. The rings of Uranus are made up of black dust particles and large rocks. Like the other gas giants, it has a hydrogen upper layer, which has helium mixed in it. Below that is an icy mantle, which surrounds a rock and ice core. That is why it is often referred to as the ice giant. The upper atmosphere is made up of water, ammonia, and the methane ice crystals that give it the pale blue color. Uranus has 27 moons and a temperature of negative 224 degrees Celsius, making it the coldest planet in our solar system. Neptune is named after the Roman god of the water, who is also associated with the Greek god of the sea, Poseidon. Neptune is the smallest one of the 4 gas giants in our solar system. Neptune is a very windy place. No other planet in the solar system has winds that are as strong as Neptune's. Large storms whirl through its upper atmosphere, and high-speed winds track around the planet at up to 600 meters per second. Neptune has 6 rings which circle the planet. These rings are believed to be fairly new. Neptune has 13 moons that are known of. The most interesting one is called Triton, which is a frozen world that is spewing nitrogen, ice, and dust particles out from below its surface. It is probably the coldest world in our solar system.
And now to Pluto.
Pluto currently is not considered a planet and is primarily made up of ice and rock. Its surface temperature is minus 229 Celsius, and it was discovered on the 18th of February 1930. Its non-moons are Charon, Nix, Hydra, Cerberus, and Styx. Pluto was named after the Roman god of the underworld as suggested by 11-year-old Gerd in 1930. Pluto's atmosphere is made up of nitrogen, monoxide, methane, and carbon.
Thank you for watching.